to Helsama's first pod. And here with me today is Klemence Gregory from Spain. And I first met her in Spanavis a few years ago. And she's she her booth stood out from everything there, and that's where my attention went instantly. And I went to talk to her, and we connected instantly on I say in a deep level. Like we understood each other, and we like in a big market you don't have so much time. But I took her contact, and we've been in contact since. And now we in Helsama are having her products in Scandinavia, and I want to introduce her and her products, and the best way is to let her do that. So welcome, Klemence.
Thank you, Daniel. Really, I appreciate you invite me to your podcast. It's a privilege, and I'm so happy to meet you in this show in Barcelona. And it's amazing that through the years we have the make the contact and to end in this partnership. I'm very satisfied to have my products in your brand, and it is amazing for us. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for everything that you do. And so maybe you can take us back to where all this started for you with KannaValley. When did you
Thank you.
decide?
Mm. I believe natural beauty was born long before that brand itself exists. It was like the conscious of health. I spent years working as a model, as a TV presenter, as an actress, and from my young age, I learned to take care of myself, to take care of my appearance because it was my job. I tried many different skincare. I followed many routines for a long time, and I thought it was enough when I started to change my change hormonal change. So when I was young, I used to be the ambassador many years ago. Not like now, but it helped me to be responsible of my body, of my skin, because it was my job. When I reached the mature age, I understood that all things that I was doing, it wasn't enough. I knew that everything was changing and a speed that it was difficult to be ready. So the first step that I knew that I had to take care of myself deeply in a way more conscious. Uh, and the moment of the pandemic, that it was very difficult time for everybody, also give us an opportunity to understand and see the health in a different perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was the moment that and this is slow down and to look the health in a different way. I discovered many things, and it was the time that I discovered the incredible potential of CBD, because I don't know if you remember, it was like the same time that people start to know about CBD in a way, in a different way, and for health. So I'm became deeply interested in the natural medicine through the CBD. The more I was studying, the more I realized that the nature always offer extraordinary things for our body, for our well-being, and that's why simply I simply decide to understand more, to research, to learn. And it was how the natural beauty begins in my head. No, I say, oh my God, it's amazing how we have different knowledge about our health. We we give our health to another person, uh, believing that this person, the doctor, has the solution for us, and we don't know how to what is happening inside of us, and that's why I get very interested in study myself.
Mm.
This is my beginning.
Yeah, yes. Nature has already everything we need, and
Exactly.
we need to trust. Like we don't need. We can do what we want, but to trust nature and that nature and that we have everything we need instead of there is like that the idea that um, uh, we have to come up with like synthetic chemicals and all these things or other ways that um and that that doesn't even work just to um, calm down symptoms and not there's not really the solutions that nature provides.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I don't know, I was very lucky in the pandemic to be close to people that was longer in front of me, uh, with a lot of knowledge about the natural way of well-being. So it changed my philosophy of well-being, and it wake up a lot of another way to understand my health. This is I I always be thankful with this situation. It was so bad, but in the same time, it was an opening for many people to understand life in a different way.
Well, what are the few things that you started doing yourself that you changed with yourself in this time?
Um, I started this change because when I was young, I had a big accident, a traffic accident.
Mm.
So it wasn't just because it was another way to see health. It because I suffered for many years pain, strong pain. I had an accident, and I was a TV presenter, so when I had the accident, I had a lot of escayola. I don't know in English the name in my body,
Yeah, I know.
and
S-
I
s-
took it with a knife. I take it out because I didn't want to lose my contract, and I was
Oh,
so young, and I never thought it was in the future I will pay for this mistake. And it was the first years I could handle the pain. I told you I had to start to work very young, but I wanted, and I was making my career. And in this moment, I had a very important program in the TV, and I said, I can't lose this opportunity. So I also have those cards when I got it. So it's the crazy age, and after
mm,
10 years or something like that, I knew that my body was failing. So I had very important surgeries in my vertebrae. I changed
mm,
C4, C5, C6, and I changed a part of my hips. So it changed my life because the doctor said that I will never work in my mature age. Probably I would have to use a stick or something like that. He said that I could never ride a horse, that I love it, and many things that I really love. I'm a very sport
mm,
woman. So he said that, and I say, I don't think so. I think that I know about my body than you know about me. So it start a new conscious of my health.
mm,
And I had many. My children said, "Mommy, always you ask for somebody to give you the massage and all that stuff." And I said, "It's not. I don't want to be, picky. It's just I suffer with my pain. That's why I discovered yoga, the stretching, all these kind of things. But I knew that this this wasn't enough because I pay and I pay, and always I was like pain. In the morning it was difficult, so I decided to close all my life and be in my own way, in my own body, like 2 years listening what happened here, what happened, what this pain, what. And I knew that I had to change many things, and this is the strongest part of this journey, because I understood that I need help, but
Mm.
it has to start with me. So this was like a mix of my body and my age. It was like, wow, this is gonna be very hard for me. And the first thing that a woman do when it starts the hormonal change is go to the doctor
Mm.
and accept what the doctor says. And my spirit is not like that. I say I don't want to put chemicals in my body. I don't want to feel younger, or I just want to be healthy and have free movement. And this is the way I start my fight against the normal way to live. And I try to find things to help me in the pharma, and it doesn't exist. And in the nature the stores, like we call herbolarios, the herbs stores, and I couldn't find something that really helped me. And I say, why not to, be the to make the first step in this. And I enjoyed this step that I did, and it opens doors that I never imagined could be possible. And as I come from the entertainment industry, I knew many people, many brands that started with just a small step, and I say, if they could, I could do it. So
Yeah,
this is how I start this path this way.
beautiful. And
Mhm.
it's what I meant to say earlier. It's true. Like a lot of even the in the alternative health, like the with all the things you can do, and like mainstream pharmaceutical health, they're full with things that don't work on both sides. And a lot of
Yes.
things in many countries, it yes cost a lot of money. It's big industries, and very few things actually fix the problems, or has a real effect, like a big support for you and your body. So this is very inspiring that you're basically taking the things you found that works for you, and you want to share them with others.
Thank you. I think it's important to be very compromised when you start this path, because as you want to be healthy, what you share, it has to be first proved by yourself, and look in the right places where you take the information. That's why I went to many shows around the world, looking for things that really are experimented, really things that really work,
Mm.
and look for the brands that you're gonna use, and research. This is a very compromised way, and if you don't be patient about this, it's just selling products, and this is not my first goal. I'm just want to really help people as the
Mm.
way I wanted to be helping in my first stage of this. You know, to have good doctors. My husband, everybody said, but you have a good doctor, and I say it's not enough. I thanks God, I understood that there is another way to take care of of your well-being or your health, no?
Yeah, I think we all have a responsibility in life for our own health, like you say. Like they start with us, and then we can also find help. Like there are things that work, and not just for numbing or profit or anything like this. There
Exactly.
is,
This is you say something very important. You're not alone when you have a health problem. Don't
mm,
give your health to a doctor because you're giving your most precious thing in your life to a third person who is more thinking about the wallet than in your
mm,
health. This is a reality, sad reality, but it is. It is what it is.
yeah, yeah. So it start with us basically, and then there are so many ways. Everything, I believe there is always a way, and we want to make that more clear and available for people, and
Yes, exactly.
educate what we have found in our own experience and lives.
Yes, and unlearn,
Yeah.
take out of your brain, of your thoughts about what they teach you, by blood like this. I think one of the first thing that you have to unlearn is to relate expensive brand to health.
Mm. Yeah.
Most of the people think that if you pay uh, $500 for a skincare cream, they are going to have the solution, and this is very dangerous because this is not true.
They
But
make
it's
their
difficult.
they make their
Sorry.
business that people need help with these things. The whole industry. Why don't they talk more about like like the whole health, like like whatever yoga or eating, and starting with taking care of your own health, not just here's a product that you need.
Yeah,
Like
because
this,
it's cheap. If you
yeah,
start by yourself, it's cheap. It's even when you start
yeah,
with a simple thing like introduce the correct salt in your diet,
mm,
even it's just a small thing, change, start to change your health. So it's a long way, it's a path, but I think every day, each day, people are more aware about this, more
mm.
interested in understand. I think that the pandemic was a good in a
It's a wake up
looking
call.
in the distance. It was a wake up call, and now you see uh, the women trying to. They know now that it's possible. It's possible.
Mm.
It's possible to be healthy. It's possible to have 60 years old and feel like if you are 40. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and
When I
also
say
oh, sorry.
sorry, I say I want to be 80 like this, and I
Mm.
know that I'm gonna do it. I know. I'm sure.
There's also a philosophy in yoga to why you take care of yourself is a responsibility also for your family. Do you want them to wipe your ass or take care of you when you're old, or do you want to like be able to do these things
Yes.
yourself?
Do not wait to be sick to
Mm.
understand that your skin talks, your back talks, everything. Your body. Don't wait to your body ask for help. Don't wait. This
That's
is the
a
first.
oh, sorry, that's a very good point. Just listen and make change and make steps. Like
Exactly.
don't start when it's too late.
Exactly. Never is too late. I think when you in a real life you
That's
have
true.
500 problems a day to solve. Every day you have problems. When you are sick, you have one problem,
Mm.
and it's to get better. The rest it doesn't exist because
Mm.
because when you are in bed, it's impossible to do anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah, health is the true wealth. like money, you can't do anything with it if you not have energy and if you're not healthy. So that's a true wealth. Sorry.
Exactly. And you know, this path show me that almost the 90% of people that decide to change her style of life, the way he lives, is because of problem, not because they are
True.
conscious of how important is this is my car. If you take care of
Mm,
your car and take it to wash it, to clean it, to have the engine impeccably. Why you don't do this with your body?
true.
It's your car. It's your
But
best car.
But when I remember when I was young, I thought I was nothing could stop me. You know, you feel so strong and like you can do anything. But then I think everything has a price, and maybe you will realize and be more humble with age
Exactly.
and experience.
More amorous with your body.
Mm,
I know that now the luxury, real luxury, is to have time to take care of yourself. This changes in life for normal people is difficult because people are so close to, so connected with this amazing and difficult world. But
mm.
normally people say, I don't have time to do this. You have time. The day gives you 24 hours like a treasure. It's up to you. What do you do with this 24 hours? You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's also a thing they say in India a lot. So if you don't have time to meditate, then you really need to meditate.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly.
fun thing. So. What would you say is the difference between fighting age, like the industry, or like accompanying it or accepting it, and just like how is your relationship to aging?
I don't want to work to look younger. This is not my goal. I had my time and now I'm a grandma, a very proud grandma. And my I do this work because I want to be healthy, I want to be free, I want to be strong, to
Mm,
enjoy my life in this stage with my family, with my children. And it means responsibility and give a good uh, teaches to my children. They don't learn in how you talk them. They just see
mo
what you do.
monkey see,
You
monkey
know?
do.
Yeah, it's much more important than trying to give ideas and teach them. You teach with your example, and I'm not trying to look younger. Oh my God, this is I had my time. Now I just want to show that to be healthy and strong is a treasure.
So just have one or two more questions for you. If you want to share more about the biometric peptides and the telomeres. That's like this is involved with your products and how this connects to everything we have said.
I know that nature give us all that we need, or everything you need, because I think God didn't send us to end our life in the hands of a doctor. It's impossible to think that. I know that nature has everything to give us, but the scientific and part of this work that I did has been a result of very big research, and I knew that we can improve our recipes, our ingredients, mixing the nature and the science, working deep inside the nature because we have
Mm.
the Ayurveda certifications on any part of chemical is in our products. So we wanted to create something very strong, combining these two worlds, but in the same in the same idea. If you see the peptides and the all these ingredients, amazing ingredients, I said this is what mature skin needs. Strong impact in results. That's why I started to understand how can I improve and how can I get a very strong formulas and help in a deep way. Maybe I'm not
Mm.
expressed correctly,
No,
but
I've
this was the idea. I went to Hong Kong. I went to the best shows in cosmetics and always looking for the natural products. And I found amazing. There are people working in this way using the technology to get things really really well and really impressive in this industry. That's why I say, oh, how lucky I am to have these two possibilities to make a real good products.
yeah, you
This
you
is what,
really oh sorry.
and I discovered something very important in this path. It is not just the products that telomeres that is. I think there are the word the most known word now. No, the telomere, the telomerasa, the telomeres, the
Yeah.
long and short telomeres, and I discovered something very special. When you're a person with projects, even if you're 70, 80, if you have projects, if you're a creative person, and this is a study, there are studies about showing this is true. When you're a person active and you like to learn and research, and your telomeres never get short. They grow. So it's amazing. It's a global things to do to take care of yourself. So you help with good products. This
Mm.
important part of the telomeres, and but your way of thinking, your way of life, and you know your strong compromise with life, with it helps too.
It's a very balanced, like it's from within and from without. Everything you do
Exactly.
is like you combine and find a balance in everything that you talked about. I I just want to say, traveled and you found and you tested like CBD and all the things in the cosmetic fairs, and you combined everything that worked for you and that you saw work together into your products. It's basically uh, you know you put your heart into this for yourself, for your own health, and then you have this you found keys and things that worked, and then you want to share it. So I just found not everyone can go so deep. Not everyone has maybe the resources or the time, or you committed to this, so you just put all of you into this. And I can't see. That's what I said also in the beginning when I first met you. Is I saw 1,000 companies in that event, or even more. But you're like it's like a homemade brand. It's you,
Yeah.
and it was so clear. This was so real with a lot of heart in it. Like from the moment I first saw what you have had created.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to know the CBD and all the mm, properties it has when I was in the
Mm.
United States. And I say it was the best place to connect with CBD because the industry starts in the United States. I mean globally. It was
Yeah.
the place where the CBD industry born. So I'm always say, oh my God, what a privilege to be in this industry with a big brand. Blue Moon Hemp was one of the biggest brands. So I met people with the passion. I met people that just want to make money. I met all the, the different kind of people involved in this industry. That's why with the distance, I say what I want to do in this, and I started to study every day, researching, reading, and trying the products that they were developing. So I knew I signed a contract with them, and I say, don't think that I'm copying your work. They did just textures and paint cream for paint creams or something like this.
Mm.
And I say I'm gonna work, and because I understood that CBD was very friendly with women in a mature age, and I say this is gonna be my path, and they say, "Oh my God, amazing! You're the first that." And also, I started with my pets, so I had to decide what line because it was too much work, and I said menopause women are important, and it makes me uh, give me the strong, the um, the la fortaleza. I don't know in English. The strong way
Mm.
to understand, to study, and to start this path. I,
So,
I I was so lucky to be in the
so,
right place.
so with all your wisdom you have now, what would you say to anyone in a much younger age or to yourself when you were 30?
Um, I think that prevention is very important. Prevention is very important to uh, the conscious of how do you want to be when you're in a mature age. How do you see how do you want to be? You know, because
Mm.
people when you're young, uh, you think that you're never going to be, you're not going to have wrinkles and you're going to have pain and you're going to have problems, and it's life, it happens. So now I'm trying to introduce this way of thinking to the young people. I think it's very important the starts to be responsible and understand how you works in the skin, you know and beneath your skin.
It's not just older women, it's all women. Everyone is gonna go old one day.
Yes, yes, but no, nobody, not everybody wants to be aware about this. When I
Mm.
started this, I had the opportunity, that I was working with a very important magazine, and I worked with Antonio Banderas, and I said, I would love to do something with you for the andropause, the men also suffer the andropause, and he
Mm.
said, I don't want to know anything about that. And I know that I'm probably is going to affect my career if the woman think that I'm getting old. So I say, oh my God, it's amazing how you have the opportunity to help
Mm.
people understand what important is to take care of yourself, and you prefer give the appearance that you're perfect. And this is not
It's not,
this is not a good way to, but it's
yeah.
people think like that, and you have to respect.
I
That's it.
think I think we love, is it doesn't need to be limited. You should love yourself and take care of yourself like he was doing, but you can also care about everyone, and
Yes,
it's not doesn't mean like there is a notion that you should only take care of yourself and your family and everyone else you don't need to care about them. But
yes,
I think that's a limited form of love. You can care about everyone and everything, and that's very
yes.
beautiful.
For example, when I go to buy the bread, or the supermarket, and when I'm in the cashier, I say, "Why do you have these spots in your?" I can help you. Take this, take that. People like, what? And I said, sorry, it's my way of life. If I can give you some advice for your health, I'm so happy. And sometimes people don't understand about, so I'm
Yeah, I
not
can
asking
imagine.
you anything. And I say, I know, but for me, it's a pleasure to share with you something that is going to help you. And sometimes people don't understand, but I don't care. I'm just say, you know, every
Yeah.
place that I go, if I see something that is wrong, and I say, this is wrong.
Uh,
And
uh,
it's not to want to be involved in the people's life. It's just that I know they need some help.
yes, I think that's a very nice, very direct and honest approach. And it's not about, you don't cross the boundaries. I imagine like if someone doesn't want help, then okay, you know. But it's nice to be offered and that someone cares. And I think that's very beautiful because you don't really um, you can get a lot of judgments and it can come back at you, but you do it for them and not it's not
It's
for
not for
you.
me. I'm not
No.
winning anything. It's just pleasure. That
Yes.
like 2 weeks ago, I was buying some artichoke oil. So in a place that I in, like, in close to my small town, and it was a very old man buying something for his wife, and he was
Mm.
describing the situation of his wife, and I said, "Oh my God, how can I tell him that I can help him?"
Yeah.
And I wait for him and I say, I'm not going to tell you that don't use this. I'm just going to tell you that compliment with this. And he took notes and I say, "Oh, I hope it helps. It help her." And that's it. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye bye. I'm like that. And
Mm.
people don't, sometimes don't like to, people like this. Even my children say, Mama, would you say that? Maybe she doesn't want to know. And I say, I can keep with me something that can help her. I
Mm.
can. It's the way you close the circle. You learn not just for yourself, you have to share. And then you do the right way.
I wish more people were like you and cared for other people like this. It's very beautiful to see and hear.
Thank thank you.
And it's worth it just if you can help one person, even if most people don't want the help, at least they had also the chance. So when everything is said and done, uh, they can't really say that no one tried or there was no way.
Yes. But human being are changing, and everybody's just thinking in their self, and nobody is caring for the rest
The,
of it. It's so sad, but
the,
it's changing.
But
It's
that's
changing.
yeah, I can also see it's a good people tend to care more also now because I was going to say like when the world stops caring, that's when you need to care even more. So has to come uh, a countering effect to all the bullshit and the dark. There also needs to be more light. There's a
Exactly.
balance in the
Taking to light, yes, yes.
yeah.
Everything, yes. This is very nice to speak with you, Daniel, because it's difficult to find people. Now I'm start doing martial arts.
Nice.
I'm Yes, I'm so happy. And when I met my teacher, I said, "Oh my God, what a lucky girl I am." He thinks like me. This is
Mm.
amazing. It's like attract your same energy, your same level, frequency. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
But in this world, martial arts, I don't practice so much myself, but I know people, and there's a lot of people who are like you have to be a warrior if you're gonna practice fighting,
Exactly.
and then you're not afraid so much. You can find your own way in life. It's a very good characteristic that many people are very open, and they do. They also like professional athletes also like the when they compete, especially in fighting. I think it's very important to take care of your body, and you learn these things, and you
And your
small
mind.
yeah, and your mind and everything is very small differences can make everything, if for your practice.
Yes.
And if you have a practice, you also notice the small differences more than if you don't take care of yourself, or like when you do, yoga or meditation or martial arts or whatever it is, you notice small changes more easily because you do like, say you do the same amount of push-ups every day, you will notice if something changes in your body, how it performs.
Yes.
So
Yes, exactly.
you
It's just
measure.
yeah, now I'm starting to the hypopressive. It's amazing.
What is that?
The it's another way to change your body, but
Mhm.
hypopressive. Maybe I'm not telling you in
There's so much
the
I
right
don't
word.
know. Yeah,
I will
maybe.
send you some videos because amazing. It's just a 15 minutes practice a day or
Hmm.
3 days a week, and the change is amazing, and it's very important for menopause because
Hmm.
the pelvic floor is one of the biggest problems after giving birth. So with the
Yeah.
years you have problems with lost little lost uh, um, you have problems with la vejiga, they fell down, so the
Hmm.
hypopressive give you everything at the right place again, and the body just get like when you're young. I'm recovering my shape. I can use my cloth when I was 18.
Hmm.
So it's amazing. There is a lot of simple things that can improve your life, your body, your your mental health, everything.
Eh,
And I'm an eternal student. I'm an eternal student. I'm always, every day I learn something, and I say, "Oh, good, great, it's amazing."
you,
Another one.
you,
Next.
you, you earn a lot when you're open and have an open mind. And it's
Yeah,
when I heard this, you say this is true what you said in the beginning of this podcast, is never too late.
exactly. Never, never. Even in the last minute, you're in bed to die. If you change your mind and see what a lot of mistakes you had in your head, and you see how can you change even in the last minute, it worth it.
Yeah, I think especially for your family, they know that you know it was a beautiful experience the last minute, and for them to know that, I think would feel very good, in the heart. If
Exactly.
my parents are alive, but if they would say something like that, I would think that was a beautiful passing. It's very deep. Thank you for
Yeah.
saying that also. And I
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate this moment. Thank you, Daniel.
likewise here, and I think we can end this now with one thing. And it's a normal thing, I think, for a podcast to do, and is ask the guest if they have something they want to share with the world that they think is good to spread.
I just want to say that I appreciate this opportunity. I hope the Scandinavian girls enjoy and and think and realize that this made with care, with heart, and thinking about their health, and always ready to improve everything, you know. Aging is not a fight. It's just a way. It's just a time, a chapter of your life, and you decide how you want to live it.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Klemence, for joining and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I really appreciate.